After an incredible climb from struggling actor to famous director, Clint Eastwood has become a towering presence in Hollywood. For over 60 years, Eastwood has captivated audiences with his spellbinding performances and riveting narratives. His immense fortune, derived from the establishment of a massive enterprise as he nears the end of his life, several people have considered and shown interest in him. What kind of psychological and emotional challenges does achieving fame, fortune, and high expectations bring to his loved ones? In San Francisco, California, the man who would become Clint Eastwood came from humble beginnings, set the stage for his blazing individuality and unyielding ambition. In May of 1930, he came into this world. He learned the value of perseverance from his childhood during the Great Depression. Hard effort and an appreciation for art were instilled in him by his parents, who were both steelworkers. He was brought up by his mother, who had a job outside the home. You would reflect on this formative years. The stage is set for Eastwood's legacy as he triumphs over several hurdles and excels in all his future endeavors. He got his start at Los Angeles City College, where he studied music and did a lot of work in the stage and film industries. Before he got serious about acting, he had bit parts in a couple TV shows. Eastwood persisted and made advantage of, although he encountered numerous rejections at the beginning of his career, he utilized them to improve his craft. Joining the cast of the smash television series Rawhide in 1958 was his big break. Because of that, he became famous and had additional opportunities come his way. A Fistful of Dollars, Sergio Leone's 1966 Italian film, was Eastwood's big break. He shot to fame with the release of this film. That was the first moniker for the spaghetti western subgenre. Almost immediately after Eastwood's enigmatic turn-in man with no name became viral, Hollywood embraced him as a national treasure. In the 1970s, he soared to even greater Hollywood fame with films like Dirty Harry, in which he portrayed a charismatic, yet morally gray, protagonist who held audiences' attention and maintained his. Increasing my fame. From his early days as an actor to his illustrious roles as director and producer and back into acting, Eastwood became a household name in Hollywood. His works were thought-provoking and engaging on multiple levels due to the genuine emotions and experiences he included. Even though they frequently addressed weighty subjects, he was the director of several critically acclaimed and Oscar-winning films, including not a few songs from Unforgiven, or Million Dollar Baby made it. Eastwood left behind a memorable legacy that enhanced his charisma due to his commitment to authenticity and excellence in his work. Despite his immense fame, Eastwood has always maintained an air of modesty. He eschewed the ostentatious lifestyle that comes with Hollywood stardom in favor of a more modest existence. He maintains a connection to his heritage through his love of the outdoors, particularly through golfing and horseback riding. The themes he writes about for his films, which frequently revolve on the wonders and complexities of nature, reflect his lifelong devotion to the natural world, our human condition. There have been highs and lows in Eastwood's acting career and in his personal life. His countless female connections, including his 2 marriages and other high-profile partnerships, have received extensive media coverage. His personal experiences have taught him valuable lessons about love, loss, and family, and these themes inform the narrative he presents in his films. Things that happen in Eastwood's life and the emotions he experienced demonstrate the resilience of the human spirit. After all the acclaim for Clint Eastwood's life has worn off, what will people remember most about it? Clint Eastwood's economic acumen blossomed with his acting career, allowing him to build an empire. Eastwood was frugal with his money, unlike many of his acquaintances, disregarded their achievements. He has amassed a solid, long-term portfolio through his holdings in real estate and film production firms. With the launch of Malpaso Productions in 1989, Eastwood finally had the freedom to direct and write the films of his dreams. It was crucial to make this shift in approach. The critically acclaimed and commercially successful films The Bridges of Madison County and Mystic River catapulted Clint Eastwood to Hollywood stardom. Despite touching on serious themes like morality, the human condition, and remorse, his films frequently managed to find comedic moments to bring joy and inspire others. It is believed that his fortune is now worth over $375 million, the result of astute investments that yielded substantial returns. The real estate company he owns and operates provides a significant portion of his income. Particularly in the area of Carmel, California, Eastwood has been extremely astute with his real estate investments. A symbol of achievement he has in harmony with the scenic grandeur that envelops his property in this charming seaside village. After a hectic existence in Hollywood, Eastwood has found solace on the farm. A wonderful getaway thanks to its tranquil environment and stunning Pacific Ocean views, Eastwood has bolstered his reputation as a savvy businessman by his investments in various properties and companies. Professional responsibilities. He used his financial acumen for more than just amassing wealth. He wanted to give back to the community that had welcomed Eastwood. The Clint Eastwood Foundation he founded allows him to advocate for causes such as arts education and environmental preservation. He has donated much to arts funding since he is a generous person at heart, endeavors guaranteeing that individuals of every age will possess the resources necessary for unleashing their creativity. This compassionate desire to assist others reveals a different side to Eastwood, who was renowned for being a rough person. He clearly wanted to be a decent human being and make a positive impact on the world. Led by example for his loved ones, he has invested in the film and television industries in addition to his production company. Countless young filmmakers find inspiration in Eastwood, who challenges them to hone their craft and discover fresh narrative techniques. By providing a platform for up-and-coming filmmakers, he has improved the industry for all parties involved and established a legacy of creative collaboration. Hey there, everyone! If Eastwood is so committed to nurturing new talent, it's because he thinks tales have the power to motivate audiences to take action and provoke thought. Because of his astute business choices, Eastwood has garnered a great deal of respect. The Hollywood elite generally agree that he possesses one of the sharpest business brains in the industry. Exploring potential collaborations between the arts and the corporate world, he proved that one may earn a living doing art that matters and still amass substantial wealth. Because of this talent, he is an inspiration to aspiring filmmakers. However, what unspoken issues were developing in his realm that could derail his carefully orchestrated plans? Similar to his family life, there have been many exciting moments in Clint Eastwood's life, both professionally and personally. His family life is problematic, as the media has demonstrated time and time again, because he is a Hollywood star. There are 8 children from Eastwood's 2 marriages. They are all burdened by the fame that comes with their renowned dad. His first marriage was to Maggie Johnson in 1953, and they had 2 daughters, Allison and Kyle. It is 1984. The true mystery, though, was in his romantic prospects. His long-term romance with actress Frances Fisher produced a daughter named Francesca, while his marriage to TV director Dina Eastwood yielded a son named Morgan. His children's relationships are tough due to love, rivalry, and the immense pressure that comes with their famous father. It is a fascinating cloth. Maintaining harmony in these partnerships hasn't been a picnic. Throughout their lives, Clint Eastwood's children have struggled with the challenges of a blended family and the pressures of fame. They had to cope with the public's opinions after their dad's relationships were reported in the news. Personal and familial decisions that they took. The emotional impact of receiving a fortune of this magnitude is substantial. The weight of their family's history rests heavily on the shoulders of each sibling, who has their own aspirations and goals in life. Disagreements may arise if some family members are determined to maintain the family name while others choose to forge their own paths. Will Clint Eastwood's children be fortified by their shared grief at his passing and admiration of his legacy, or will they succumb to the resentment and envy that he fostered in them? Do the pressures of wealth cause them to drift apart as a unit? In good times and bad, the Eastwood brothers have shown to be each other's rock throughout the last many years. Gathering as a family allows them to continue their dad's job while also forming relationships that extend beyond the glamorous Hollywood scene. Even if their father is renowned, they are still connected via love and shared experiences, as they are reminded. The strength of their family ties is demonstrated by their ability to identify commonalities despite their variances. Conflicts may yet arise in spite of this. It could be difficult to compete with others when you have a lot of money. How they approach the decision-making process over their father's estate. They need to be open and honest with one another as they work through these issues. In order for the siblings to pay tribute to their father while also pursuing their own passions, it is crucial that everyone feels appreciated and recognized. There has been a tremendous effect from Clint Eastwood's parenting style on a significant component of his family's dynamic is his children. To instill in his children a sense of duty and discipline, Eastwood utilized his customary direct and hands-on approach. He emphasized the importance of being truthful at all times and urged them to pursue their objectives with determination. His charitable work has helped launch the careers of several of his offspring in the entertainment and business industries. Some have followed in their father's footsteps and done excellent deeds. Conversely, the Eastwoods' approach to parenting is quite competitive and demanding of their children. When there's a lot of expectation that siblings should be perfect, it can make them feel like they don't measure up. Competitors are also present. His father, the renowned actor Clint Eastwood, is a jazz singer named Kyle. His father's prominence motivates and intimidates him, and he has often spoken about this. Like many others, Allison has felt the weight of expectation as her acting and writing careers have progressed. Conflicts between brothers can arise as a result of the intricate interplay between love and pressure. As they adjust to the news of their large inheritance, these details may become more apparent. What are some ways for them to demonstrate their concern? Father's history while also pursuing own objectives and discovering one's identity. Even if they have the opportunity to disagree, they may also work together to honor their father's ideals while they forge their own paths in life. The intricate web of emotions inside Eastwood's family ties influences the distribution of his immense fortune. Clint Eastwood's fortune is more than a sum, it is a tapestry woven from the love, sweat, and tears of countless people. This is the discovery of destiny. One way his fortune demonstrates his enthusiasm for art and culture is through his extensive collection of works of art, movie rights, and real estate holdings. His enormous economic empire is a testament to his relentless focus and determination. One man who saw it seeking both artistic fulfillment and financial success. A home in Carmel, California is his most prized possession. This vast farm is more than simply a house, it is a place where Eastwood has formed a profound bond with nature. Every aspect of Eastwood's life is on display here, from leisurely strolls along the coast to casual gatherings with loved ones. It beautifully merges his passion for the arts with his quest for tranquility amidst the mayhem of celebrity. In addition to his Carmel home, Eastwood has invested in numerous other properties, demonstrating his exceptional financial acumen. He is a part owner of many prosperous restaurants and enterprises, as well as the owner of commercial buildings and mansions in desirable districts. Eastwood has proven to be a savvy businessman by diversifying his income streams and establishing a solid foundation outside of the film industry. Not only that, but Eastwood's art collection represents a significant portion of his immense riches. Above and beyond as an advocate for both up-and-coming musicians and established names, he goes beyond just being a fan. His belief in art's transformative effect is evident in his collection, which features works by renowned painters. He finds joy in doing art and cherishing moments spent with his loved ones. He takes much pride in him for it. His cultural heritage, which reflects his values, may pass on to his children and grandchildren along with his wealth. On the other hand, when the money is revealed, a growing number of inquiries arise. What percentage of it will his kids get? A lot of people are talking about how the siblings can fight because they are all trying to live up to their own expectations and aspirations. With respect to will they give in to their father's demands or exacerbate their relationship because of their financial troubles? Due to the emotional complexities of inheritance and the potential for unforeseen consequences, Eastwood's family must exercise extreme caution as they traverse this perilous terrain. When discussing how to divide their father's estate, Eastwood's siblings face a difficult emotional decision. At the time, money discussions can easily escalate into squabbles when people are irritated or furious and hold divergent opinions. They must find a way to communicate honestly and openly while yet considering their dad's history. At the same time, Clint is listening in on these discussions. The public is likely to take an interest in Eastwood's offspring. The spotlight from the media might exacerbate the strain on their already troubled family relationships. They have an unwavering obligation to prioritize their relationship and remain devoted to one another at all times. Inspire desire in others. They can better work together to preserve their father's legacy for generations to come if they provide a nurturing environment for one another. When faced with Eastwood's fortune, what choices do his relatives have? These choices may have far-reaching consequences. Benefits people get from the wealthy rich, they have far-reaching effects on people's identities, networks, and perspectives on life beyond monetary matters. The Eastwood children, who have spent their whole lives in the limelight, must now learn to manage their fame and their father's fortune. There are many who believe that Eastwood's children are being put under undue pressure to continue his work. Having a steady paycheck is wonderful, but it's easy to become reliant on it and stunt your personal development. What plan do they have for dealing with it? Taking use of their affluent family's resources while also attempting to forge their own path in life. Finding their own path while paying tribute to their father's work is the true challenge. Furthermore, receiving unexpected financial support can have unanticipated psychological impacts. Tragically, many accounts detail the lives of trust fund babies who struggle with issues like substance misuse, loneliness, and a lack of direction. In addition to the obvious monetary impacts, the Eastwood children also face psychological and emotional challenges as they adjust to life in the spotlight. Would they reach out for assistance in processing their emotions, or would they be unable to cope with the burden of their father's memory? Maybe some of Eastwood's kids may feel safest, and even though things aren't looking good, they might opt to donate to worthy initiatives as a way to give back to the community. Volunteering can help them stay true to themselves while also meeting their father's expectations. They have the opportunity to make a positive impact through charitable giving with their considerable riches. This could be accomplished through educational endeavors, environmental preservation, or creative endeavors. However, issues might arise when one succumbs to the temptation to lead a life of a perk. A life of wealth may tempt some people to abandon the principles instilled in them by their father. The gap between their youth and their newfound fortune would widen much more if this happened. They will have to figure out how to remain modest while reaping the benefits of their inheritance. His children may look up to Clint Eastwood's life story. They traverse this treacherous terrain. He can set an example for them by being honest, moral, and devoted to his aims. If children internalize these principles, they will be able to honor their father's history without sacrificing their own identity. Additionally, brothers might strengthen their position by cooperating with one another. If they combine forces to address larger issues and share resources, they can make a greater impact on society. They may discover that cooperating strengthens their bonds as they face the challenges associated with their family's troubled past. With all this wealth, what will become of Eastwood's family? In light of this unexpected turn of events, how will they handle it? Looking back and making a difference as Clint Eastwood reflects on his incredible life, he must ask himself how he impacted the world. Both the film industry and countless individuals have benefited from his philanthropic efforts. Lives, we learn more about the real Eastwood behind his iconic roles by learning about his commitment to the arts and community service. Eastwood has grown more reflective as he gets older, and he frequently considers the principles he hopes to instill in his own children. Having possessions isn't the ultimate measure of success, he has realized. What really counts, though, is the effect you have on those closest to you. Discussing the meaning of being with his family was a major focus for him. Being authentic, comprehending, and owning up to one's privilege are all made possible by this revelation. These conversations become watershed moments in how his family views their role as custodians of his memory. Concerns regarding his true wishes for his legacy persist, nevertheless, as his death draws near. What is his strategy for instilling moral values in his children? Acquiring knowledge that goes beyond financial means. By illustrating the value of family, duty, and perseverance through his life tales, he may be able to point them in the right direction. Not Clint Eastwood's wealth, but the impact he had on others' lives was paramount. Both his films and his charitable endeavors have touched many lives for the better. Many years, everyone in his inner circle is counting down the days till he passes away because they have no idea how to both pay tribute to him and deal with the challenging bequest he left them. During these moments of contemplation, Eastwood can also consider how his life experiences have influenced his principles. By persevering through difficult times, he has gained valuable life lessons, such as how to find significance in the face of adversity. Famous status, he shares these insights with his loved ones in the hopes that they may be inspired to discover purpose in their profession beyond financial gain. In this final chapter, what shocking details about Eastwood's life will cause his loved ones to cry. Thanks to Clint's fresh perspective being consistently forthright, both creatively and otherwise, is one of the most intriguing aspects of Eastwood's existence. Eastwood stands tall as an exemplar of integrity in an industry rife with deceit and fraud. By producing films that demand societal transformation, he has utilized his influence to support underrepresented narratives and perspectives. Given his level of commitment, he goes above and above by working on episodes that demonstrate the values he instilled in his children. Eastwood demonstrates the value of perseverance, moral fiber, and the courage to pursue one's passions rather than focusing on the importance of passing on wealth. With this fresh perspective, the potential impact of Eastwood's work becomes apparent. In addition to monetary wealth, his loved ones took away the lesson that helping others and making a positive impact on the world is the greatest way to live. The burden of continuing his values and the financial strain of inheriting his fortune fall squarely on Eastwood's children. To the people, by being forthright, honest, and helpful, a realization of the significance of making a difference may motivate individuals to launch their own charitable endeavors. By doing so, kids will be able to continue their father's work while also expressing themselves via it. No one in Eastwood's immediate circle is immune to his influence. His fearless examinations of weighty societal themes such as racism, violence, and forgiveness have touched the hearts of many people across the globe. His offspring, their father's dedication to social justice may inspire them to follow in his footsteps. This is a great opportunity to meet new people and spread the word about Eastwood. It might be viewed as an indication of progress toward a better future in Hollywood rather than a symbol of luxury. In addition to that, what makes Eastwood's work so authentic is the honesty that has always driven him. What gives his films their power? He hopes his children would not conform to societal expectations, but instead pursue their passions and be true to themselves by teaching them the value of authenticity. Their success in the arts, business, or social action may be attributed to their genuine self-expression, which is emphasized by this emphasis on authenticity. Their dad's artwork can serve as a source of inspiration for the kids as they embark on their adventures. The principles he imparted through his films might serve as a source of strength for those who devote themselves to studying them. They might feel closer to one another as they discover more about their father's creative vision and the things they share. With a genuine legacy behind them, what will become of Eastwood's children as they search for their place in the world? The topics covered in Eastwood's legacy and what comes next include: as the Eastwood family prepares for the future, it will be crucial to honor Clint's legacy. Dealing with their dad's financial bequest will be challenging, but finding a way to continue the traditions that gave their dad's life its character will be much more so. How will they put what they've learned into practice? Will they follow in their father's footsteps and donate to community arts and programs? Picked up. Also contingent upon how Eastwood's offspring handle one another is the kind of legacy he leaves behind. The way they engage in competition and collaborate will greatly influence their shared future. Will they remain united in their shared grief and resolve to fulfill their father's wishes, or will the pressures of fame and fortune cause them to drift apart? The Eastwoods will need to tread carefully to keep their family relationships amicable after receiving an inheritance. As they reflect on their father's life, the family is confronted with the reality of his profession. Across decades, Clint Eastwood has made pictures that challenge conventional wisdom and prompt introspection. Will his offspring follow in their footsteps and fund similar initiatives, or will they take a different approach? Make an effort to be remembered? This decision will have far-reaching effects on their careers and the public's perception of the Eastwood name. Like the films he directed, Clint Eastwood instilled principles in his family that he will always cherish. Even when they forge their own paths in life, his children may feel pressured to emulate his integrity and moral compass. Looking at the fact that they share respect for their father's principles may provide them the fortitude to persevere through difficult times. It might be a watershed moment in the Eastwood children's life if they choose to continue their dad's job. They will have to face their feelings regarding their father's aim and their own aspirations head-on during this journey. They can capture a memory of their dad in a photo while they're still, as long as they communicate and respect one another's opinions, siblings are free to be themselves. The kids may find ways to incorporate their dad's principles into the acts of kindness they perform for others as they reflect on his life and legacy. Their father believes strongly in the need of giving back to the community and supporting the arts. They might do this through family initiatives or philanthropic groups. Joining forces, they can create a more significant impression and ensure that Clint Eastwood's influence remains for an extended period. In the process of dealing with their father's legacy, what will the Eastwood family learn about their future? Media influence and public opinion. In the era of social media, public opinion matters greatly. There is a lot of scrutiny on the Eastwoods due to Clint's celebrity. That his life and work have been well documented. How can they manage the pressures of fame, wealth, and satisfying their legion of fans? A lot of unrealistic expectations and pressure stem from the intense level of scrutiny. The burden of their famous father adds another layer of difficulty to the identity crisis that Eastwood's children are experiencing. This begs the question, will they? How about you try to stay out of the spotlight? While some may thrive in the limelight and use it to further their careers, others may prefer to remain in the background and avoid attention at all costs. When members of the family read news stories that make false or exaggerated claims about them, they must also consider their options. All of the encounters. The pressure on family relationships that results from trying to be both open and private at the same time is real. While navigating this perilous landscape, they might reflect on their roles in the Eastwood family tree and pay tribute to their father's legacy. There are positive and negative aspects to the media's focus on Clint Eastwood's life. While bragging about their achievements is admirable, it runs the risk of making them appear weak and leading to unfair comparisons. The youth of Eastwood should strive to develop a solid identity rooted in their principles rather than allowing others to dictate their priorities. Gathering as a family will allow them to draw strength from their shared experiences and establish a fresh commitment to continue the legacy. As they go their separate ways in this world, the situation is already complicated, and the proliferation of social media has made it worse. The Eastwood family is currently dealing with both admiration and criticism as a result of the immediate visibility of their life and decisions. The immense pressure to maintain a specific public image can make some brothers feel threatened or anxious. They must support one another and unite in order to face the difficulties of fame. The children of Clint Eastwood can make use of the real-life relationships made available by social media while interacting with their followers. They have the power to alter their family's genealogy, and people can motivate others to pursue their passions by sharing personal stories of their volunteer work and life experiences. Taking this preventative measure to manage their public persona might help them be authentic while paying tribute to their father's legacy. The public and media will be closely observing Clint. Long-term relationships with Eastwood's relatives. What plan do they have to handle this situation? Charity work is an integral part of Clint Eastwood's history, even though his film accomplishments receive more attention. His environmental and artistic contributions to the society started a domino effect that will be continued by his offspring. Carrying on their good father's labor is a tough responsibility for the children of Eastwood. Keepsake as they tend to their present. When choosing a volunteer activity, one's moral compass might be a useful guide. The importance of community work in a child's upbringing shapes their love for many problems. They have the opportunity to launch a cause or organization that aligns with their beliefs, such as bolstering community art programs, preserving the environment, or fighting for social justice. Furthermore, by helping others, they can alter public perception of the Eastwood brand. From a tale of fame and fortune to one of obscurity and good fortune to be generous and assist others, this shift in the family's history has the potential to show subsequent generations that becoming wealthy isn't as important as making a positive impact on the world. On the other hand, being charitable can be hindered by some things. In order to donate, Eastwood's children must first understand why. They shouldn't do it out of a sense of obligation or a desire to affect change. They should look for causes that are comparable to their own if they want their charitable work to be genuine. Engaging on their passions, it is possible that siblings can accomplish more if they band together. If they combine forces to address larger issues and share resources, they can make a greater impact on society. They may discover that cooperating strengthens their bonds as they face the challenges associated with their family's troubled past. The Eastwoods' philanthropic efforts are. Additionally, children may discover ways to merge their volunteer work with activities they relish. If your brother has a passion for music, they may establish a foundation to provide guidance and resources to aspiring musicians. To spread the word about green projects, it would be wonderful if another eco-conscious sister could collaborate with local organizations. How to do it best by fusing their passions with their volunteer work individuals may create a difference without sacrificing their identity. Perhaps the Eastwood boys will come to see the significance of narrative as they engage in these altruistic pursuits. They can raise awareness of the issue and inspire others to take action by sharing personal anecdotes from their own and others' experiences.